Before this video starts, I just want to tell you that the only reason you see me here alive talking to you is because people on the internet helped me survive. I lived in Russia for 23 years, but when this war started, I had to flee because I didn't want to kill Ukrainians, I didn't want to get drafted, and also I lost my job because I was working on Russian independent media. You can see my whole story on YouTube. I was detained in the airport because I was helping Russian opposition, and just my whole journey from the beginning until the end. My goal is go to United States and ask for asylum. I already got tickets to Mexico, and the only reason I was able to get tickets to Mexico is because people donated. I am now currently in a position where I'm absolutely nothing. I'm 24 years old and I have nothing. I am only fully dependent on people's donations. If you're in a position where you can donate, all available links will be in the description. And if you can't, then it's totally okay. By watching this video, you're already helping me. I also have a Discord server where I'm giving update on every single penny that I received. I wanted to film this video in this YouTube style where I'm going to different locations and filming, just trying to tell you a story in this YouTube style. But then I realized that why the fuck would I do that? I'm literally editing, filming on my phone. I have a camera that's not working. I don't have laptop to edit, so I'm editing anyway, everything on my phone. And the video is pretty serious. And if people not interested in this, then why the fuck should I care about this? If people care about war in Ukraine, then they will watch it. If not, then who cares? If you're here for the first time, then I lived in Russia for 24 years. And I had to flee because I lost everything there. I was working on Russian media, but I lost my job when this war started. I hesitated to leave when I had my own money and to maybe start a job somewhere else, because I was hoping that it's all will be over, that Russian people will actually stand and they will finally realize what kind of dipshit Putin really are. But they blindly believe that there is Nazis in Ukraine, and they're still believing it because Russian propaganda machine. I only can compare it to Hitler's propaganda machine. History taught us about it, but we're still doing the same mistakes. When I say we, I mean Russian people. I had to flee this country because I was scared. I was scared that I can't change anything, that by going on protests with the sign or just group protests or just for opening your mouth, you will get in prison. And just by still saying this right now, after living there, after realizing all of it, I still can't fully comprehend this, that by just opening your mouth, you will go to jail, or if you're lucky enough, you will get fined. But on the second time, it's a jail, it's a prison 100% guarantee. All the opposition who tried to fight Putin either dead or in prison for a really long time. I was genuinely scared for my life, as it was like some sort of bad dream. But when you had a bad dream, you're just waking up and it's, oh shit, oh fuck, okay, god damn it. But in my case, I'm living this bad dream that I just can't wake up. I am currently living in Turkey, and the only reason that I am capable of living here, that I'm alive, is because literally people donating. I am fully 100% right now living on people's donations. My goal is go to United States and get there a new life. But in this period of my journey, I am just nothing. I'm staying here in Turkey for a month until my departure, and I can't find a job. My YouTube is also not working. I was blessed with a person anonymously donated $2,600 through crypto, and that's the only reason I was able to buy tickets and now rent a place and fucking eat food. I can't even buy myself a fucking clothes. I am genuinely scared what Russia became. It is a fascist country. There's no doubt in that. By all means, this is a fascist country. Putin's parents fought against fascists. Everybody who supports Putin, their grandfathers or fathers or mothers and fathers fought in the war. They gave their lives so now they can support fascist Putin's regime. I was genuinely scared. This is the most frightening moment in my life where I was genuinely think that I was about to die when Putin declared a partial mobilization. If you don't know, then every man at the age of 18 should go to army. I was lucky enough to not go there, but that's another story why I didn't go there. At that age, I tricked the system and I didn't go there. But it still doesn't change anything. I still had a huge chance to get drafted. People believing, just the idea of that, people believing that there is Nazis in Ukraine. There's no Nazis in Ukraine. They're getting guns in their hands and they're killing people. There is no Nazis. The only real Nazis, real fascists are in Russia, are Putin's fucking supporters. I am scared shitless of this whole idea that people are brain dead. It's just the fucking zombies. And whatever bullshit Putin will come up with, they will blindly believe to it. This is whole idea of that people are, it's not even people, it's just literally fucking zombies, brain dead, that they will believe anything. I thought partial mobilization will be the fucking last chance for Russia to finally wake the fuck up. Brother, you are getting guns. Partial mobilization was only once in Russia. That not maybe once, but the problem is the last time partial mobilization was in Russia is when Hitler attacked USSR. That was the last time when Russia declared partial mobilization. Not even partial, full mobilization. It is so terrifying. It is so terrifying. I was genuinely like a little kid. I was shaking at that day when I read the news that he declared partial mobilization. I was it was like a little kid. I don't know how to explain this. This is just fear in its true form. I am scared that people are literally getting killed or getting an enormous amount of time in prison for just opening their mouth. I'm terrified that Russia now recruiting people who are killed in real life, who are in prison right now, to fight in Ukraine by signing a contract with Russian Defense Ministry. And if they're lucky enough to be alive, if they're like, 6 months, and if in this 6 months they didn't die, they're free. They're not going back in prison. The scumbags, the little enemies of the society, they're going back to live in the society. I am terrified of this. I am genuinely scared to what will Russia become after Putin's death. I know that after Putin's death, Russia will go even in a darker state. All his loyal pigs will just take over Russia. And I can't even think about what will happen with Russia after Putin's death. It's going to be another enormous fight for democracy. But I know that in next 30, 40 years, there's nothing good in Russia. There will not be a good thing in Russia. The only way, if you want to live and enjoy your life, if you want to be successful, make money, is by supporting Putin. Especially in working in propaganda or any other stuff that supports this regime or this war. That's why so many people flee this country. I am just incredibly lucky enough to even have the opportunity to go to United States. I am already secured tickets to Mexico. I don't know if I can even go there because I literally don't have money. I have $350 left, that's all, at this moment. But the most terrifying thing is that there's rockets coming to Ukrainian people. When I was a kid, I played a game called World of Tanks. And there's a chat, and on this online game, there's a clans where you can invite people. And I played with so many Ukrainians. We speak Russian. There was no hate towards each other. Even after 2014, when Putin annexed Crimea, we still played with Ukrainians. And I remember back then, there was one guy who I think died of a missile strike back then in 2015 or 16. There was back then missiles coming to his home. We played a game. We were talking, we were laughing. But I then remember when it was a normal day. We were laughing, we were playing. And then he just screaming, oh fuck, there's a siren, I need to go down or I need to hide. and there was a missiles coming towards his home. And there was a thing called Periscope, I think, where I also found a girl from Ukraine. We talked for like a week, but then I lost her contact. But still, we talked in Russian. Like, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that in Russian, I don't mean by anything by this. I'm just saying that we talked in Russian. We both speak Russian, and there was no hate from her towards me. There was obviously no hate from me towards her or towards Ukraine. It never was. And there's a slur, the slur that Russian people call Ukrainians. There's a slur that they're openly using. This thing is the most terrifying. There is obviously no Nazis in Ukraine. This is the most terrifying thing, that to your neighbor and to your brothers, before all this shit, we used to call Ukraine brothers. I don't know if they agreed with this or not, but a lot of Russian people called Ukraine is brotherhood. I know that it won't change anything, but I also don't know what else to do. I just genuinely want to say that I am sorry for everything that's going on. That's just the only thing I guess I can do after fleeing Russia. And this is another thing, that the only way you now can help Ukrainians is by fleeing Russia. Trying to fight the regime now, it's too late. It is too late. I genuinely thought when I was going on protests, when I had an opportunity to open my mouth, I remembered this. I was openly saying that Putin is a thief. I remember that in my small town with a 500,000 population, there was like maybe 20 or 30 people back in like 2018. I went on protests. We went to like a local police department or something like that. Something with like Russian government, associated with the Russian government. I was openly screaming, Putin thief. I didn't get arrested. I genuinely thought that back then I had some sort of impact and we had an opportunity to change all this shit. Already back then, it was too late. I didn't leave this country. I didn't run away. I fled. I escaped this country. Never in my life, whether it will be long or short, I'm going back. I am never going back to Russia.